This is a special presentation for Nightride FM.
All right, once again, we want to welcome everyone here for another round 2 of Sweatwave, and I am here with Team Sweatwave, and we are here to talk about Agents of Sweat, the new album that is coming out very, very shortly. And of course, I am here with the whole gang. We got the whole gang together. We have Griff, Polemic Heart, Demi K, Yoru, and Turbo Knight. Full house.
What up?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Porkele.
They're probably going to use words I don't understand because you guys are all over the world. It is absolutely incredible. Now, Griff, you're from Australia, right? So it's probably midnight over there, right?
It is 12:08 midnight.
And it's coming fast.
And of course, Joey's with my time zone, which is great.
The Beast Coast?
The Beast Coast, absolutely. Demi K is over in Greece. What time is it over there, Demi?
It's 5:09 p.m.
Okay.
Evening. It's nice.
That's a nice, have a nice beer and relaxed part of
Exactly,
the
yeah.
day. Yeah. Well, very good. We have Yoru. And Yoru, I hear not only is it late, but it's hot. Yes? No?
Yes. Hot and humid.
Hot and humid. What time is it over there?
Tropical weather. It's 10 p.m. 10:09.
Oh, that's not bad. Very good.
Yeah.
He's got beers to cool him off too, so.
The beer
Yeah.
helps. The beer helps, I tell you.
Yep.
And of course, we have Turbo Knight over in Finland, the happiest place on earth. How you doing over there?
Yeah. Oh, thanks, just fine. It's 5:09 here and the beer is cold.
That's perfect, man. All right, well, we are here to bring the wonderful sounds of Sweatwave to everyone's ears. This is very exciting. You guys, I know you've been working on this album for way too long. My God.
Taking a little bit, but we made it.
Do you guys want to just refresh everyone's memory since the last interview, how this whole thing got started?
We basically wanted to do a track or two with Yoru at first, and somehow everything just blew up, and it was about 2 tracks or something like that.
I think King and Queen was the first one.
Yeah.
You guys had sent it over to me, and at first it kind of sounded like an 80s sitcom. I was hoping we could do like a video or like a fake 80s TV show, because King and Queen, even the name kind of sounds like it could have been a title, one of those 80s sitcoms. And then after that, I think Yoru had paired it up with one of those workout gifs, and we're like, yeah, this sounds like Sweatwave. And then it just kind of snowballed from there.
Yeah, it is wonderful how it just kind of morphed into this whole thing. And it's really amazing because it's like you're just revitalizing this whole genre that, a lot of people just kind of poke fun and stuff. But really, you guys spent over a year just putting this whole thing together, longer than a year. And for an album that started off as just, having fun with a couple friends, I mean, you guys really have just taken tons and tons of time to really hone this thing into something that's really fun and cool. And nowadays, in the world we live today, it's really something I think that the world needs, just to get up and get moving, because we have a lot of couch potatoes, man. It's
we got to work off those quarantine calories.
Yeah.
Yes.
Our mission is to make you sweat.
Indeed. It's an incredible experience. I absolutely love the album. I can't wait for the listeners to be able to hear the rest of the tracks. We did have a few debuts on Nightride FM. We had, of course, King and Queen. We debuted that back in the day. I know we did debut Rage of the Tiger, which honestly, that's absolutely my favorite tune.
That's the penultimate track right there.
Now, Griff, like, you just had so much fun with this song, and did you do the actual writing of the lyrics for this one?
I was writing. I think I did I was doing an EP with Moon Raccoon, and we covered a Robert Tepper song, which is No Easy Way Out from Rocky.
Yes,
And
with
at the
yours
same-
truly.
Yeah, that's very true. With Jimmy K. And when I was writing lyrics to Rage of the Tiger, I guess I was in the same headspace or same sort of wavelength when we
You were in the
doing that,
montage
so-
mentality, you could say.
Yeah. I was definitely watching montage scenes from Rocky or like Arnold Schwarzenegger movies and stuff like that to try and get the same feel and trying to sing like that, because I don't usually sing that style.
But you do so great at it. I mean, you really nailed the vocals on that and the lyrics. It just gives me images. People are out running and working out, and I could just see Rocky just running in those Converse sneakers.
Running up the stairs and
Yeah.
punching like the frozen meat. Yeah.
I think it's the line
Yeah.
praying to the power lines that really just got me. I was like, holy
Oh, good.
I heard a rumor that Groove was working out at gym when making up to lyrics, and he was watching his big hands going up and down, and then he realized this has to be about growing stuff. That's a true story.
I can neither confirm or deny that actually happens, but it's a good story.
Now, of course, you have some really great songs, but you also have some remixes, which is cool. We'll get to the remixes as well. But just to kind of go over the album, and what I thought would be kind of cool would be for us to play the track and talk about the track. So if you guys want, we can go ahead and start off with Limber Up. So right now, we're just going to go ahead and drop the track Limber Up, and when we're back, we'll go ahead and talk about it a little bit.
Welcome everybody to Team Sweatwave. I'm your instructor, Mandy May. Today, we are going to do a full body workout. We are going to focus on our arms, our legs, our core, but most importantly, those glutes. You ready? Alright, let's hum it up. Let's go. Left, right, left, now to the right, left, right. One more time now, to the right we go. To the left, right, left, now to the right, left, right. Now let's add those arms. Switch. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. One more time. Arms up, down, up, arms down. Great job, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Left, right, left. Now to the right, left, right. One more time now. To the right we go. To the left, right, left. Now to the right, left. We're almost there, everybody. Here comes the cool down. I sure hope you're feeling this, because I am. You've made it to the halfway point. Feel free to take a quick breather, grab yourself a glass of water, and let's keep moving. The most important thing is to make sure you're breathing while you're stretching. And reach, and breathe, and one more time. Alright, let's hum it up. Let's go. Left, right, left. Now to
All right, so that was Limber Up. And now that was featuring Mandy May on the vocals, I guess you would say, the workout instructions.
Yeah.
She's our Jane
Yes.
Fonda, yeah.
I love that track. That is like just so fun. Now, how did the whole thing get Mandy May involved? It's just amazing that you guys were able to just get that authentic feel. Was working with her fun? I mean, did you have to give her like some instructions on, what to say or what to do, or did you kind of just roll with it?
For Limber Up, actually, I got inspired by the Bud Graph. Have you heard of him? He's a Yuppie Wave producer.
Yeah, Bart Graph. He's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. I think one of the songs called Middle Street, not mistaken. Yeah, I really love the instruments there. So I got inspired and I tried writing a Sweatwave version of it. And it just sounds great. And I passed it to Turbo. Turbo passed it to Mandy May and she wrote the workout instructions.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun. And the fun thing about it is it's almost pretty much to the T of an actual workout video of what you would hear in the 80s. And it's great that you started off the album with that because it really sets the tone for what to expect. But you guys go with the traditional 80s Sweatwave sounds, but you do derivate a little bit, which is great too. So you kind of get this weird mix of your traditional workout songs and then just other things and songs that we'll get to that they're kind of head scratchers as far as like the uniqueness. It's very interesting that you guys really thought out of the box with this album, which is really cool. You could have just really said, okay, we're going to write the same style of music. We're going to write 8 tracks and it's going to be the same thing. And you can kind of get pretty bored at listening to that type of stuff. But you guys really mix it up, which is really, really great. Now, who does the individual parts here? So we have Yoru. You mainly do the laying
Production
down
side.
of the production and everything like that, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Sound design, production. The guitars is actually Timmy K.
Timmy K. Okay, so he's rocking on the guitars. Now, Turbo, I believe you kind of fit in a little bit more on the production side, I guess?
Yeah, it's basically all the thing I can do. I produce everything else. So I just put some MIDI notes on the sequencer. That's about it.
That's a big part of it.
Yeah, I'm also an idea guy.
Yeah.
I'm the crazy scientist here, who makes up the hey, we need like breakdance to do and stuff. I have great ideas all the time.
But I also think Turbo Knight and Yoru have like a special, some sort of relationship together where this like symbiotic. You guys work really well together. You had the Heavy Rain track that you guys did, I think, before the Sweatwave album.
Yeah.
And
You know why? Because we're both Finnish.
Ah, that's right. That's right.
That's it.
Percolate, right?
Perkele.
Yeah, perkele.
Percolate.
Now, the vocals are done primarily by Joey, also known as Polemic Heart, and Griff, I guess, right? You guys are just laying down all the vocals for the tracks and really have different unique styles, which is the thing I like about it. How do you get to the point where you're figuring out who's going to do vocals on a particular track, or if a track even has vocals?
It's always like we are doing a track with Yoru, and we pick one who is awake at the moment.
True story.
That's actually so true.
It's true.
Yeah, it's fucking hard to get something when you're inspired at the moment. You have to get the one who's awake because we're everyone. There's always someone sleeping. So
Yeah, they would drop the instrumental of the track into the Discord, and I guess depending on what time it was. But then I think there's certain tracks like Rage of the Tiger. Griff is the only one. Wink, wink.
Thank you.
Who could have done that?
You're too kind. I will say that when the instrumental of Rage of the Tiger dropped on our little group chat, I was like, I really want to sing on this, and I just dropped everything and loaded it into my Ableton and just sang over it. I was like, yeah, I really want to sing on this song.
Serendipity.
Yeah, it was just I guess luck.
And you nailed
that's
it.
good too because Griff and I are on opposite ends of the globe, and Turbo Knight doesn't really sleep, so all he does is produce music, and so depending on what time one of us is gonna be awake, so typically that works out.
I tell you what, let's go ahead and drop another track here. I'm very excited to be able to preview this album with our listeners because this is awesome that we can get this out into the world. Again, the world needs this stuff. So we're going to go ahead and drop our next track, which we're going to talk about. This one is actually my favorite song aside from Rage of the Tiger, which I just think it's like unique as hell. We're going to go ahead and we're going to drop Pulling at My Dreams. So here it is.
I'm a savage. Lose your attention and you damage all the dimensions and the chances to keep your potential above average. Bet I'm on it while they keep talking. Set up on the flow that I'm dropping. Beat me knocking when I am on top it. If she hit me, you bet that I rock it. Got the flavor that they all demand. I can't save you cause I ain't your man. I'm so fresh with it, she love my brand. Hugging on me, but baby I can't be the one to help you out today. Please just move up out of my way. I cannot tell you where I stay. Ain't no way that you come and you lay next to me. I do my own thing, yeah. Hope you listening to what I said. Before I go broke, I'll be straight dead. Get this paper again and again. Benjamins on my friends. Lend you some, do not think I can. Stack it up, then I spend. Sip a little hand as I celebrate my win. Gin and tonic make me feel bionic. Supersonic whenever I clock it. Hawking like a plane up in the sky. Just another way to say I'm fly. If I die, bury me in my chains. Gold and silver, everything engraved. Diamonds when I'm whipping in my lane. So original, we ain't the same.
I see you dancing in the sun. I see you moving on the floor. I feel you pulling in my dreams, and all I seem to want is more. I see you dancing in the sun. I see you moving on the floor. I feel you pulling in my dreams, and I can't seem to get you out.
I'm invincible, stick to my principles. Spit so crazy and stick to my syllables. Smooth I move just like a straight criminal. Wait on who? No, I ain't no damn fool. Do my thing until I run out of breath, but I got gas so I don't run out of steps. Out of space, the way that I launch it. Brunettes, black hairs, and them blonde chicks. All up on it cause it's so raunchy. Birthday want it cause it's so raunchy. This a warning from the head honcho. Get girls wet, so grab on your poncho. Box them out like I'm swinging combos. Conversations I don't like to have. I'd rather grab the mic and just take a stand. Grip the mic until I break my hand. I go so hard the speakers blast. I need my cash, yes, at last. Cause I move so fast that you might not catch me in time for a funky rhyme. She jump up and down when I spit my line. I think they blind if they do not see the way that I go and I do my thing. I shine on them, baby, just like bling bling. Phone going off, but I let it ring ring.
I see you dancing in the sun. I see you moving on the floor. I feel you pulling at my dreams, and all I seem to want is more. I see you dancing in the sun. I see you moving on the floor. I feel you pulling at my dreams, and I can't seem to get you out.
And once again, that was Pulling at My Dreams. Now, this song is so crazy and unique that I just need to know who had the original idea for this track.
Oh, it's Turbo.
Oh,
Yep.
was it?
Was it
Crazy
again?
scientist.
Well, this is the electro track, so it was a style of music that was really big, I think, towards the late '80s, and I think that's why Dennis, that you're a big fan of this one, because you and I also talk a lot about the early '90s. We like our sort of New Jack Swing and our hip hop, and electro was kind of almost like a precursor to hip hop in a way. So I think that a lot of the inspiration for that track, to me, sounds like it comes from that sort of late '80s electro sound.
It certainly does have that vibe, and I tell you what, it was a really interesting idea to have the rapping on it, which I was really surprised when I heard the final cut of that. Now, whose idea was it to put a rap track over the instrumental?
I gotta admit, I think it was me. I just felt that it needed something more, and
it certainly spices it up. It really kind of gives it that pump that you're really looking for with a Sweatwave track. And of course, Joey providing, I guess, the chorus to the song, but it kind of twists it into a very unique direction. You have this electro sound and the rap sound, and
I think we were trying to go for like a Grandmaster Flash kind of, that sort of that early hip hop, old school kind of vibe. You need to get an MC
breaking out the cardboard.
Exactly, popping and locking, man. You need to get a little bit of that in there to add to your exercise routine.
Yeah, and that's a workout too. So that fits right in with everything else.
breakdowns can make you sweat too. That's why we made something like that. We wanted to do from every color of the spectrum something.
Yeah.
We're trying to pick up the mantle of CNC Music Factory. They're gone now, so somebody else has to come along and make people sweat.
You had to pick up the baton and keep on carrying it. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to go ahead and drop our next track here. Now, this is a very unique track here. This is called Work It Out, and we're going to give it a listen. Here we go. We just listened to Work It Out. Now, my God, what a crazy tune this is. I just love it. It's got so much character to it, and yet it still feels like it fits into that Sweatwave world. with the movement, and the lyrics though are just kind of just off the wall. This has to be a polemic heart song, right?
Yeah, they dropped the instrumental again. Euro and Turbo Night, they just worked together to create these really sort of vibrant tracks that really feel alive. And this one, again, I feel like when we first heard it, had that montage kind of vibe to it. It starts off just with a lot of energy. And, at first I was thinking this has got to be a Griff tune, but I guess, maybe just the timing. Griff was probably sleeping and I was awake. And I just sort of had some melodies in my head. And a lot of times I come up with the melodies first. And, when I sit down, I'll do scratch tracks where I'm not even saying words. I'm just doing sounds and melodies. And then I'll go back and try to write lyrics to match the melodies. And I don't know what happened lyrically with this one. I was kind of thinking about maybe like Rumi, like the poet Rumi, who was a Sufi, and they would call them whirling dervishes. And that was kind of what came in my mind at first, the spinning and the dancing.
Now, what is a whirling dervish?
Yeah, that's like this Middle Eastern, like I was saying, like these sort of mystics, I guess, that would like dance.
May I?
Yeah. Oh, please.
I think they dance around themselves and try to get in a meditative state.
Exactly. Right. Thank you, Jimmy.
No worries.
So this is like a workout song on another level. Like, it's almost like a spiritual workout focus kind of track. That's
true, but there's also if you listen, there's also quite a undercurrent of sexual vibe going on.
Okay.
There's a few cheeky
Of course.
There's a few cheeky lyrics in there. I'll leave that up to the imagination for the listeners out there to piece those together.
Well, sex is a workout as well.
All of our tracks has some sexual tension on.
There you go.
Should have named it Agents of Sex.
Best way to burn calories.
Next album.
The next album's a sex album.
Yeah.
Team Sweatwave, Under the Sheets, Part 2.
Oh, nice.
I like
Okay.
it. I actually like it.
You just named it.
Well, now we have to.
You heard it here first. The fact that each track is just so unique, I guess due to the fact that you guys wrote it over a year, kind of gave you a lot of breathing room to really make each track feel completely on its own, where it could actually be its own album in a way, because I know King and Queen has a completely different sound than Limber Up and Maximum Sweat. In fact, let's go into Maximum Sweat, because this one, to me, it's just this hardcore driving music where you can actually literally just work out to it, and it's perfect. I mean, Dimmy, I guess you did the guitar work on this, right?
I did the guitar work for pretty much everything in the album.
Right.
I think for this track, Yoru sent it to me. Maybe he was inspired by heavy metal, should I say?
Yeah. Yes. Traditional heavy metal.
Yeah. And he told me, write me some guitars for this part right here. And of course I said yes. The good thing is that with Yoru we work very fast. The moment he sent me something, pretty much the same evening I have something for him. And we go back and forth and we finish tracks pretty fast. Same with Turbo.
Yeah, it's good that you guys have a really good working relationship and you're very close. I know you keep up on Discord and really have the ability to just jump on things whenever things get hot, which is really important with this type of music and just music in general.
Turbo Night in general, he gets inspired certain times and he wants something fast. And we are there and we create something for him so he can continue to be creative. And it goes like that.
Yeah, if I need guitars, I'm going to need them in 15 minutes. and Dimi always delivers.
I need guitars. I need them now.
Yeah, now. Not in half an hour, now.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and give this track a listen here. Now, this is, once again, called Maximum Sweat, and here it is. Such an amazing track, just has so much energy. Honestly, it just makes me want to go to the gym, like right now, if I could leave the house.
Make your room your gym.
I think I'm going to. I'm going to have to really, after listening to this album a few times, I'm going to have to I'm going to have to clear out my living room and just build the gym right there because that's where it needs to be.
This album will make you sweat, so it's okay. You're gonna get your exercise from this.
Yeah, Dennis, this virus is not an excuse not to work out.
That was kind of my takeaway from the album, is the fact that you really just need to get up off your couch. You can't feel sorry for yourself. You got to just keep moving forward because eventually this whole thing is going to end. Everything's going to hopefully go back to some semblance of normalcy, and I got to be able to figure out a way to get off the couch. Just do something. Get out, rake your yard, or just maybe just make a nice dinner just to try to just do something to just keep yourself moving, which I think it's just a great motivational album overall. So again, congrats to you guys.
Thank you.
And
thank you.
Thank you.
So this next one we're going to cover here is another one of those power tracks. Now this one is Strength, Speed, and Suave. I remember Vasto was the one that debuted this track. Now this is, again, another power track. Now, where did this one germinate? Because this one kind of like, it feels like it could be maybe a sister to Maximum Sweat. This is, again, another one of those power tracks that just gets you up, whatever you're doing, and really just motivates you to just push on. Whose idea was this one?
You are correct, and I think it was Yoru again.
Yeah.
Yoru.
Yoru sent me
Yeah. Actually, it was for the Teen Sweatwave competition, but in the end, we didn't. We end up submitting Rage of the Tiger instead, and DMK did the guitars very quickly within a day.
Yeah.
I didn't even have time to participate in the track. The guys were so fast with it. I was like yelling, "Hey, let me in, let me in." Yoru said, "It's already done."
When you're too fast for turbo, that's something to be said, I guess.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say one thing that I've learned about each and every one of you guys is that you are all so proactive, which is just amazing. I find it to be, I really respect that. It seems like it might have taken a while for this album to come out, but that wasn't for lack of producing, because you guys constantly putting out music, and I just find that to be, it really kind of blows my mind, to be honest. And all you guys have that quality, which I think is really great.
Thank you, Joy. We love you.
Thank you.
You are amazing.
Group hug.
Group hug.
Virtual group hug.
Exactly. So once again, Strength, Speed, and Suave is just another one of those power tracks, and we're gonna give it a listen right now. Now, who came up with the name Strength, Speed, and Suave? And why is it in that order?
Oh, it's me actually. It's because of Doctor Disrespect. His videos,
Oh.
his gaming videos is all about strength, speed, suave, and momentum.
Shout out to the doctor.
Oh, there you go.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to the doctor.
Shout out to Dr. Disrespect.
Yep.
I wonder if he knows about that song.
Actually, he does know about these tracks. He's probably going to play a few of them at his streams or.
Nice.
Yeah, baby.
One thing I don't think we mentioned was in the beginning when we had a few tracks, a handful of tracks. I think we were hoping that maybe new Retro Wave would release the album together, and we realized that they don't do full albums unless there's a certain amount of tracks. So then we're like, oh, we have to start adding tracks now if we want to change.
Got to do some more. But you guys came up with a good amount of tracks. I mean, it's definitely album worthy. With the remixes, that kind of bumps it out to 11, but you have 7 tracks on the regular.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to go ahead and round out the album here. Now we played 6 tracks so far, and we'll, of course, let the remix tracks, we'll let that for the listeners when they buy the album. Of course, they're going to buy it to listen to on their own. But the last track we're going to talk about is, of course, it's King and Queen.
Is
now, again, I think.
Yeah, I hope.
Yes.
Okay.
We covered them all, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this last track is, of course, King and Queen. This was kind of the song that really kind of started everything.
Yep.
And, we pretty much know this is more or less like a kind of a sitcom feel, but it also has that 80s workout feel, kind of a mix of genres, really, from the 80s, which is really cool. The lyrics are very unique. Now, we did a lot of talking, we did a lot of reporting on King and Queen, but what I want to know is, what's the one thing that I don't know and that our listeners don't know about this song? Because, again, it's been out for about over a year now. I need a nugget. I need some sort of nugget about this song.
Well, there's a line in the song that I'm not sure people are going to pick up, but there is a nod to the Terminator that I kind of threw in there.
Oh, really?
And I'm wondering if people picked up on that or not.
Joey, let me. If someone
Okay.
picks this up, he has a free code for our album.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you could pick up the Terminator tie-in,
There you go.
get
I like
a
it.
free album code. Just DM us on Twitter, any one of the Team Sweatwave members. And first and foremost, you need to follow everybody. So, follow Polemic Heart.
We'll check it out if you're following everyone.
And you can
Yes.
hashtag Team Sweatwave. That'd be good.
Yes,
That's
okay.
cool.
So we're laying down the ground rules here. It's got to have a hashtag Team Sweatwave, and it has to add at least one of the Team Sweatwave members, which I'm not going to go ahead and tell everyone your Twitter handles because, everybody should be following each and every one of you guys. So if you don't follow them, follow me. I follow them. We'll all get together and we'll follow each other to the ends of the earth.
People, go follow everyone that Dennis follows because they are amazing artists.
Thank you. But this has been a lot of fun, and again, you guys need to go out and buy this album. Once again, the album is Agents of Sweat. Does the acronym SWEAT, does that stand for anything?
It does, actually.
All right,
Does it?
lay it on me.
It does, but I don't remember what.
Sweatwave Electronic Aerobics Team.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think so.
And that's very accurate. Well, very exciting. And of course, I wish all the best to all the album sales because you guys worked really hard at this, I know, for over a year. And I am just so happy that the album is finally coming out so people can listen to it and get off of their couches and go sweat.
Yeah. Thank you,
Thanks,
Dennis.
And thank you, Nightride FM.
Thank you, Dennis.
Kisses to Neon Fox and everyone else.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
We love you.
Love you guys.
Love.
Thanks, guys. All right. Take care.
Stay safe.